Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. We are in the midst of this Skulls special event, which is why everything is colored in this red and bronze color scheme. And the regular campaign just ended, and we now have a new type of campaign. It's actually a new game mode, which they've called Explorations. This Blood Crusade, Part 1, it's only lasting for 24 hours. And it's similar to the campaign in terms of the format. You get campaign rewards. There's also missions where you can unlock rewards. You have energy. But there are a few key differences. There are actually quite a few differences, and hopefully I can hit them all here as quickly as I can. Number one, there are modifiers. Now these will change drastically. But what they are basically special rules that apply just for this one campaign or mission, or whatever you want to call it. So for this one, the modifier is called Even Playing Field, which means that every single player who participates in this campaign gets the exact same cards to choose from. And the cards are set to a certain level. Commons are at level 6, rares level 5, epics level 4, and legendaries level 3, which means all these cards have just unlocked the tier 2 version of their trait. So everyone has access to the cards, and everyone also will be set to 199 deck points, I believe. So whether you are a beginner or a veteran, you will be on the same level. So it'll be up to your strategic, your deck building strategy, and also the strategy you use in the battles to try to get through this. Now, as for how many matches there are in this 24-hour period, there are 10 total levels. You can see here the rewards from each one. This is also a little bit different from the campaign. After each victory, you'll be able to claim these rewards instead of having to wait till the end. And there's some pretty good ones in here. 3 copies of Skulltaker, that's really great. There's also the legendary Abaddon himself, as well as another legendary, Belial. So these are all rewards that you can get as you defeat the enemies here. And I believe also the decks that we face will all be the same for each player. Another difference, which we will see once we actually get into the battle, is that the decks are themed according to the warlord. So for example, if you're playing against Skulltaker, I believe the first match is against Skulltaker, all of the bodyguards are going to be Khorne. And so I imagine if there's Gloggerthrax as a warlord, it's all going to be Nurgle. And if it's the Mask, it's all going to be Slaanesh, etc. And so there are 10 total levels that you can get through. And you start off with 4 energy. Energy recharges every 2 hours, which means I believe you get a total of 16 energy. That's 16 chances to try to clear all 10 levels. And in addition to the rewards in there, there's also mission rewards, which you can earn by simply dealing melee damage. And the rewards for these are pretty nice as well. You get a number of Space Marine characters, all of whom are epic, as well as a very generous amount of coins. You can get up to 800 coins just from these missions as well. Each HQ card in your deck adds more to your score for that. So I've built several decks here. They're not really the best decks because I wasn't actually paying attention to the keyword cards. If you look through here, there are a number of Space Marines there are actually quite a few, with the HQ keyword. So I suppose it would be a good idea to include more of those HQ cards, as well as if you want to get the mission rewards, you will have to be dealing melee damage, is another thing. So I was thinking of using like Grandmaster Voldus or something, but perhaps Logan Grimnar would be the better option. These are just a few of the decks that I've come up with here. Captain Acheron. I think I might actually go with this one, though. Go with the most boring warlord. And you know what? Let's just give it a shot. So this is my very first very first match in this new Explorations event. I'm hoping that it doesn't lag too much. If you watch the live screen where the developers actually showcased this event, they did show the very first match against Skulltaker. So here we are. And I'm going to go ahead and deploy that Dreadnought at the beginning. This thing, I've included a bunch of units that I don't really use very much. And you'll see that they have deployed 2 of the same bodyguard. That is another key difference in this. The enemy can deploy multiple copies of the same card. And so we're going to have to be getting through quite a few demons by the looks of it. They do have the initiative. The deck that I chose here has very low initiative. So 3 Blood Crushers right at the beginning. Okay, so we'll just put down our guys here. The guys I chose for this deck have both a ranged and melee attack. These are units that I don't normally use very much, but I thought it might work pretty well against this Skull Taker deck. I did watch the live stream, so I have an idea of what we'll be facing here. So here with the counterattack, we're able to hit back with a fair bit of melee damage, and then on our turn we'll be able to go with the ranged attack. We've also got units that can regenerate 8 health per turn, which will keep them alive. And the enemy, being Khorne, has very little in the way of ranged attack, so we can get a bunch of free damage in on our turn. Okay, here comes the first of, I'm guessing, many Bloodletters. These guys do explode when they die with the death blow. It's going to be dealing a little bit of damage, but being the very first match, I don't think this will be too difficult. And the levels for the AI are also equalized, I believe. So yeah, the Epic at level 4, Commons at level 6. So everything is the same level according to the rarity. So we'll just keep going with the ranged attack. Take down some more of these demons. And the reason I made that Grey Knights deck was I thought it would be kind of good flavor-wise to battle, the demons with the Grey Knights, but I realized afterward that I did not have enough keywords in that deck to really get any points toward the missions. So there we can see the Locus of Decapitation taking down my lieutenant on the right side. Alright, what is their last bodyguard going to be? And that is a Bloodthirster. Okay. I think I am going to put this chaplain across from that. Although, honestly, that was actually kind of unnecessary because the Bloodthirster is going to just be shifted over into the right lane once this Bloodletter dies. Well, that was not the smartest choice, but I think we're okay because this dude, Malkan Pharaohs, should be able to handle Karanak on the left side. Skull Taker deploying to the field, and it's quite a bit of damage. I really should have kept that Ironclad Dreadnought in the center lane. Would have been much better. But now we'll be able to destroy the demon, the Flesh Hound, over in the left lane, and be able to fire directly upon Skull Taker next turn. So, I still had plenty of bodyguards left, so this really wasn't very difficult. They did actually take down a few of my guys there at the end, but still good to go. Captain Acheron, who actually will be getting his special rule changed come next season, I believe. They did hint at that, so I'm curious to see what he'll be getting. But for now, just the same old Acheron, sitting there gaining health. Now let's go ahead and deploy him to the field, and we can finish off Skull Taker with a charged up melee attack. So we've got a little bit of melee damage in, mostly through the counterattacks. So we'll see how many points we get toward the missions from this. And level 1 is cleared. So 3 Bloodletters, 1 Bloodthirster, 3 Blood Crushers, Karnak, and then Skull Taker. That was what that deck consisted of, and I believe that that is just the same with every player. Now, I'm not sure if future battles will all be in the same order for everyone as well. Not sure about that. Let's go ahead and claim these rewards. Looks like I got through the first 2 tiers. So 200 coins, a copy of Master Lazarus, not bad at all. Almost got to level 3 there, so it's going to be super easy to get through these missions. It's pretty generous of them. So, yeah, that shouldn't be an issue, as long as you have a few keyword cards in there and are dealing some melee damage, which when you're playing against Chaos, you're probably guaranteed to be dealing quite a bit of melee damage. Now, I can claim this reward here as well, having defeated the first level. So 5 copies of the Khorne Berserker, and 9 more levels to go. Now I think I'm going to call this video here. I don't want to spoil too much for people who are playing this game now. You can play through the levels and find out what you're up against yourself. I will be uploading a few more battles, I think, from this Blood Crusade. There is a new warlord. It's actually one of the Lords of War, a very extremely powerful demon that will be showing up, so I will be covering that when it comes out. And this is actually only the first day, so lots of rewards just from this one, but there is a part 2 which will be happening 23 hours from now, and that is going to be a little bit different as well, so I want to cover that as much as I can as well. So keep an eye out for that. Lots of new content here, but good luck if you are playing through this Blood Crusade, and we'll see how it goes. That's it for this one. If you have any questions about the new Explorations mode, let me know in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.